Okay, I want to show you several things. So the first thing I'm doing is cutting a block, and this block is from the Vintage Christmas book. The Vintage Christmas quilt is hanging up behind me. This is the block. Can you make it go clear up there? This is the block that I'm cutting for. And the reason I'm cutting this block, the very first thing it says, I'm doing the 6-inch one. So all of these blocks are in here for 6-inch and 12-inch. I'll show that to you. So I could make the bell block, and I could make it in 6 inches following these dimensions, or 12 inches following these dimensions. But I'm cutting this one as a 6-inch block. So the very first thing it asks for is two 1.5 by 4-inch rectangles. So I've got one. This strip of fabric is 4 inches, so I don't have to cut it down. There's two. All right, it's white. It's a rectangle. This is the best part of what I'm doing. It is labeled A in the book, and this is an Alphabetty. I'm going to lay it on there. It is now labeled A for me. Now the next thing I need is two 1.5 by 2 3/4. So I'm going to do 2 3/4. 1, 2, 3/4. I want to show you something else I'm using. Notice this little handle I've got on my ruler. I can just press straight down. It's not going anywhere. Maybe I should press a little harder with my rotary cutter. Okay, so I've got 2 3/4, and now I need two 1.5. So I'm going to line that up over here. Oh, get back here. Get that going straight. And then I want 1.5. And 1.5 again. All right, so now I have part B. And you guys can see how handy this is going to be when I take this to sew, because the directions will say, you know, take the wrong side of 4 fabric F squares. Well, I won't have to measure and figure out that those are the 5 1-inch squares that I'm going to cut at some point. I can just find them using my Alphabetties. And our tip for tonight is from Christy Lockard. She took all of her Alphabetties, and they're labeled on both sides, so there's no worrying about, you know, them flipping over and not being able to tell what letter it is. She took them all and glued them to pins. You use the flower head pins, correctly?
Yeah.
Correct? And that way they can stab it into the design board. If it's got a big layer of fabric, they can pin it to the layer of fabric and keep it right there. So that's a tip you can do with your Alphabetties.
And you can pick it up and take it with you.
Oh yeah, and then it's portable, because right now if I was not careful, these would slide around. I'm not going anywhere with mine, so this is how you can use the Alphabetties. They come in a set that has all of the alphabet and numbers up to 10. So 26 letters and 10 numbers. And then they also come in an expansion pack. Is this the expansion pack? I can't see them from here.
This one.
Okay, this one here. Which, on some of these patterns, you may have needed it, because if you have more pieces than 26, you can go into the double A's, double B's, double C's, and I think it even has double other numbers too. Does it say?
Yeah.
It's got AA through ZZ and 10 through 19. And let's put it back up there. Okay,